Hey everybody, I just wanted to give you guys a really super quick, like 12-minute dinner, so to speak, that you can do multiple ways using our everyday rock crock pan or even our 4-quart Dutch oven rock crock. Yes, my little helper here who's liking to be in part of the videos. It's actually a pork tenderloin, pork tenderloin that you do in the microwave. Yes, if you think that you cannot cook meat in the microwave without it being rubbery or dry, you are wrong. In our rock crock, because it seals in the moisture and the heat, and it seals with the clay, you don't have to worry about that. And I'm going to show it to you today, because I will pause the video while it's in the microwave and then show you how juicy it is when I cut it. And yes, this big baby bump I'm due in February, so just a few weeks away, about 9 more weeks to go. We start out with an onion here, and I've got my forged cutlery, which is amazing. It is our more expensive line. We do have a coated line that's an everyday use line. This one is super sharp. It's made from one piece of steel here. It's got the 3 rivets. It's very nicely balanced. So all I'm going to do is just cut the ends off of this real quick, and I'm going to use our simple slicer to slice up some onion here in just a second. Hold me just a second. Yes, please.
Can you open this? I need some.
Hold on. Yes, my son is asking me to open some marshmallows for him. Never a dull moment. Okay. Only a couple of them to eat dinner. All right. Now, I don't need all of this onion for my simple slicer tonight for my meal, so I am just going to cut a small portion in half without getting, there we go. If you notice, the cutting board I'm using has the ribs here, and it's got the wells all the way around. That's so that when I get ready to cut the pork tenderloin, that it doesn't get all over my counters. So this is my amazing simple slicer, and it is amazing because it's got a lock on it, so that's pretty flat. It can still cut you, but it's flat, so for cleaning and all, it's easy. And it's got 1, 2, and 3. Slice 1 is very thin, which is you can make potato chips with your potatoes on that. Slice 2 is pretty much average, and then like slice 3 is for heavy-duty tomatoes or something you want thick sliced. Now, I'm telling everyone to use your guard on this because it is super sharp and it can hurt you severely. So you're going to take your guard. I'm going to plop my onion in. If it fits in here, this one's a little bit big, so let me chop it in half. I'll cut a piece of it off. Still big on that side. There we go. So you fit it in, and then this has prongs on it. And the prongs fit on it, so it keeps it securely. But you can also do strawberries putting it on here. You can put carrots on each prong. Pretty much anything you want to put on it, and then slice it. So I'm going to slice it on 1 because I like thin onions on my pork tenderloin. Now you can make the pork tenderloin as the main dish and make sides with it, or you can make pork tenderloin sliders or sandwiches for dinner. So this is our everyday rock crock, and I'm going to slice it right in here, and I will show you what it looks like. Yes, my husband is putting up Christmas lights right now, so he's coming in the house asking our son if he's done helping. Alright, let me show you. It cuts it right down to the last pieces. Let's see here. And let's show you what it looks like here. See how thin that is? That's on level 1. Level 1. And that's a good amount of onions there. So I'm going to be done with that. Then all I do is, you can use about a 1-pound pork tenderloin to a 2-pound pork tenderloin. It's about 10 to 12 minutes for about a pound to a pound and a quarter. So I'll probably do mine for about 13 minutes because it's almost 2 pounds. You can get a pork tenderloin that is unseasoned and cut the silver skin off, the fat off, or you can get one that's pre-seasoned. I do have a Smithfield one that's pre-seasoned that I'm going to be putting in. I'll show you what it looks like once I get it in. You want to make sure it's tucked and level so that it's going to cook pretty evenly. Let me wash my hands real quick. You want to cook it till it's about 150 degrees with a meat thermometer, which Pampered Chef does sell one. I don't have it right yet. Once it's rested for 5 to 10 minutes, then you'll test it to see if it finished cooking to 160. So yes, if you're doing a rush for dinner or you have scouts like I do, you can have dinner in 12 minutes and it be a balanced meal and not having to run through. But also, this is what it looks like now. Now, I also season it with a little bit of, season it with, I'm going to add some garlic and herb rub to mine, but you can do smoky applewood rub and make a barbecue sandwich also. Now, you want to take your basting brush, which is lovely because it's got the hook so you can sit it on the side of a dish and it stays on instead of falling into your dish. And I take maybe 1 to 2 tablespoons, if that, of olive oil, canola oil, whatever oil you want, and I drizzle it over. I didn't have quite enough there. Okay, that's a little much. Okay, so got that going. Now I'm going to baste it with my basting brush. I'm going to get all over the meat, all underneath the meat, everywhere. And that's the only liquid I'm adding. So if you think that this is not going to be moist, just wait when I get the final product. And then you season it with whatever you're seasoning. And you can baste it some more or rub it in with your hands, whichever you prefer. And like I said, I cover it up. And I'm going to put this in the microwave for about 12-13 minutes since it's a little bit bigger. And then I'm going to come back to you and show you how to cut it. So hold tight, please. Alright guys, I'm back and I had it in for 13 minutes. These are my nifty micro grips. I never thought I would use them, but they are handy because when you're taking something out of the microwave, you don't want big gloves in there, and it's easy to be able to pull off. So I'm going to open it up and I'm going to pull the roast out and show you what it looks like. First, let me open the lid. And I want you to see how much, I don't know if you, well, you can't see. Let me see if I can pick you up. Let's see. Let me try to show you the moisture in there. I don't know, can you see the moisture in there? Lots and lots of juices. I'll show you in just a second when I cut it how it's going to look. These are my chef tongs. These are large ones. My little ones are dirty right now, but they are gravity. So you can stick them up into a tool or in your drawer and they don't open, but you can turn them down one-handed and open them up or close them again. But you see how little these onions did up. It's going to grate flavor. And I'm going to move it back over so I can pull the roast out and slice it up for us. See, this is my coated utility knife. I'm actually going to use that one to cut it up because ooh, I'm throwing food at us. If I can get it open. Look at this yummy roast. Pork tenderloin, should I say. This one already had seasoning on it. It had some bacon on it, things like that. So it's all got some drippings and juice in here. So I'm going to grab just a fork to let me hold the meat because I'm not good at cutting meat. Scoot this down. Turn it around so you can see all the juices coming off of this thing. Let me take the coated cover off. Okay, watch. It's very moist, easy to cut. In just a second, you'll be able to see some juices running out as I'm cutting it. Very delicious. So you can cut these thin or thick. If you cut them thick, they can be like pork tenderloin little steaks for your dinner as a main dish. Or you can put it with bread and some barbecue sauce or any sauce you want and have it as a slider or a sandwich. And you can even use salad choppers to chop it up. There you have it, 12-minute dinner. Thank you very much, guys. Hope you liked it.